Wonderful. So we'll get started. So this webinar is there's also a little bit of a delay. It's about 10, 11 seconds. So what you'll hear is a little bit after with the comments wise as well. So this webinar is all about how to get a dream wedding without putting any stress on your relationship at all. And I know that's probably something that you probably think is a pretty good thing. So my promise to you is I'm going to show you exactly how to create a dream wedding and have something that your guests will be raving about for years to come. And I don't want you to put any strain on your relationship at all. So I'm going to show you how to stop any strain on your relationship. But if you stay to the end, I'm going to give you my dream wedding budget planner that has been custom made. We've using it for our own wedding as well, and I think it's the best thing since sliced bread. So I'm going to give you that for absolutely free at the end. And also, I'm going to tell you how you can have all your entertainment for the whole of your wedding day for free. So I do need your attention, please. So if you want to turn off your mobile phones, unless you're using them for the webinar, turn off Facebook as well, so you don't get distracted. And if you're a bride or groom and you're serious about getting better results with your wedding planning, the next 60 to 90 minutes are going to change your life. So who am I? Why should you listen to what I've got to say? My name's Paul Ace. I've been a musician since I was 11 years old. So I started off my musical career. To be fair, slightly before that, I started playing triangle in the Christmas concert. And I'll be honest with you, it got up to my big moment in that Christmas concert, and I actually I missed my cue, which was quite embarrassing. I only had to hit the triangle twice in an hour and a half concert, and I missed the moment I should have hit it. And do you know what that kind of reminds me back to this webinar and the fact that I don't want you to miss out on getting your dream wedding. So I've been performing at events for the last 15 years since, like I say, since I was little 11 years old. So I'm sure you can work out how old I am now. I've got years of experience performing at weddings, and I'm one of the few suppliers that get to see the whole day. So this, some people get just to see just the evening. Thanks. Yes, I am 80, as you guessed. One of the few people who get to see the whole day, which is brilliant. I'm also a Bride Book Awards finalist, one of the wedding awards, and Whoop Wedding Events Best Exhibitor with 2 different wedding businesses. And that is voted for by the brides and grooms. So you can tell that was a popular thing. I'm also just like you, I'm planning my own wedding at the moment. And I understand it can be stressful, and I want to take all that out of it for you and just give you a bit of an insight of what I've learned over the last couple of years in planning my wedding, and it's coming up real soon. So you might not know this about me, but I was recently featured on national television on BBC One. So if you do watch Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is, you might have seen me on there, and that was an interesting experience. So check it out, BBC iPlayer, if you haven't seen it. And just a little bit about me and Jess, my partner. She was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis at the age of 23, and I'll be honest with you, at that point, that was a point where we realised that it either makes your relationship stronger or it pulls you further apart. For us, it made us a lot stronger. We had to overcome a lot of hurdles. And through doing that, it's taught me a lot about our relationship and things that I can pass on to you. And this year we're finally getting married. So we decided we wanted to be together forever. So I want you to imagine what life will be like when you have all the help you need to get that dream wedding and having something that your guests are going to be raving about for years to come. You're never going to have to worry about putting strain on your relationship again. I'm going to show you just one simple trick to just get rid of any and diffuse any argument. So wouldn't that be pretty cool to not have to argue with your partner? And what will life be like when you know how to plan a dream wedding without putting any stress in your relationship? when you know how to diffuse any argument, um, will that make a difference to you and your family? You know, if you haven't got kids, you might have a dog. The dog doesn't want to feel stress in that relationship either. So, um, so a little bit about some of the people that I've worked with in the past. So this is Tony and Kat. This is a testimonial that Tony sent over to me after. So Tony and Kat had a English Italian fusion wedding, one of the most amazing first dances I've ever seen, called the Tarantella, where basically every bride and every member of the all the guests all basically go and put money on the bride and pay to dance with her. So that pretty much pays for their wedding. So that's one way of paying for your wedding, if you if you haven't looked at another way. Um, and Tony said there's very few people who could earn my trust and respect, but Paul did that, and it was a great asset to the day. And I really enjoyed working with them both, you know. And sometimes you have to do some things that are a little bit different, like do some traditional Italian songs as well. And it's all about kind of making it completely personal to you and making it your dream wedding. This is Sam and Paul, and this is what Sam had to say. Paul was just amazing. He looked the part and excellent singing. Basically got everyone up dancing, even the people who thought they're too cool to dance. I really enjoyed working with Sam and Paul. They're both in amateur dramatic societies as well, so they're into stuff that's quite lively. So we got everyone really involved and worked with them beforehand as well to decide exactly what kind of stuff they wanted and give them any advice about the wedding, and everything ran really smoothly on the day. So I have to say though, results are not typical. I'm going to walk you through the systems and the processes and the quick tricks that I've used for myself. But please understand that not everyone will get those results, because the average person who attends gets 0 results. The reason being is because they don't implement what you say. So, however, I'm happy to share with you for free exactly how it is working for me. So, this is not an overnight thing, but if you follow the steps that I tell you, then together you'll have your dream wedding and you won't have to put any stress on your relationship at all. So what are we going to cover? We're going to cover a secret number 1, how to diffuse any argument with your partner. Would you like to know how to do that? I mean, if you want to comment in the comment box, if you want to know how to diffuse any argument with your partner. Jesse says yes. Secret number 2, how to save over £1,000 on your wedding, just like I did. So I, through this one simple technique, saved over £1,000 on my wedding. And you can too. It's easier than you think. I'm also going to tell you at the end how you can have me perform at your wedding all day, absolutely free, and save loads more money. Don't give her your wallet. Okay, that's interesting. And secret number 3, how to avoid a bad relationship with your venue. Some of the stories I hear are crazy about people almost being held to ransom by the venue. And for me, it's not right. You know, you should have a really good relationship with your venue and every other supplier as well. So I'm going to show you how to avoid having that bad relationship with your venue. So secret number 1, how to diffuse any argument with your partner. I'm going to show you this one quick trick. And after that, you will be able to diffuse any argument. So this is all about how to diffuse an argument. Most brides or grooms think that happy couples don't argue. Now, that's not true. You can have a happy wedding. You can have a great relationship. And yes, you will fall out from time to time. And I'm not saying you will never fall out. That's certainly not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is how you can diffuse any argument very, very quickly so things don't build up. And actually how arguing is healthy and makes your relationship stronger. So what do I mean by all this? So a secret number 1 is all about stopping those issues building up. So I'm sure we've all had times where, you know, tensions have started to rise, and somewhat maybe your partner said something and it's annoyed you a little bit. and over time you've let it go on in your mind, and it's got worse in your mind than it actually is. So it's about kind of tackling those issues that arise head on instead of letting them build up. For me, that's one of the things that's worked really well in the last year or so. Me and Jess have become a lot stronger because of it. And you learn so much more by listening rather than trying to win an argument. So really find out why your partner's got that point of view, because sometimes you'll learn a lot more about everything. You learn a lot more about your partner and about what's going on, rather than just trying to win their argument. Use a 5 second rule. So what do I mean by the 5 second rule? The 5 second rule is basically when when they finish talking, wait 5 seconds before you say what you want to say, because you'll find a lot of the time there's something deeper underlining that they want to say, but they're not sure if they can say it. And people hate silence, so they will fill in that gap. So if you can count 5 seconds in your head, you'll be surprised what else you find out about your partner. So don't fight to be right. Being a couple is about compromise and creating a joint partnership together. And I want you to use a wet socks rule. So you're probably wondering what wet socks is. So no one likes having wet socks on, do they? It's really uncomfortable. It's a horrible feeling. So what me and Jess decided a while back, we were going through a very stressful time running a business together, and planning a wedding, and it was really hard, and we're finding communication was breaking down quite a lot. So what we decided to do, we came up with two words: wet socks. So every time the other one really annoyed the other one, we use the words wet socks. And since then, I don't think we've had an argument for longer than a minute, because it just works. So, for example, if she was kind of getting on to me saying I wasn't doing anything around the house and everything, even though I'd been working 12, 13 hours a day, maybe 14, 15 hours a day, she's looking at me strange at this point. And I think Jesse's putting something in the comments box. For 14, 15 hours, 12 hours a day. Then, I was feeling really stressed out, and then she'd tell me I was doing all these things wrong, and I'd just say to her, Jess, wet socks. And she'd know at that point she'd really annoyed me. And then we actually diffuse that argument very quickly, because without saying you're really annoying me now, because that creates confrontation, wet socks is the most polite way of doing that. So I want you to go away and try using wet socks. Tell your partner about it and give it a go. And I'll just get the look. The look will be maybe you can diffuse the look by using wet socks. So try it out. And that 5 second rule, I think, might help you as well, Dan. So that is secret number one. How to diffuse any argument with just one quick trick. Use wet socks. Bang, done. So secret number two: how to save over £1,000 on your wedding, just like I did. Yes, maybe wait a little bit longer, Dan. 10 seconds might be a good idea. So secret number two is about how you can still find a good deal even in the wedding world. Most brides or grooms think everyone overcharges for weddings. Who thinks weddings are expensive? Just pop in the chat box if you think weddings are expensive. So Jess thinks weddings are expensive. Dan thinks as well. I think there's a bit of a general consensus there that a lot of people overcharge for a wedding. So the surprising truth, I'm going to tell you about what you're actually paying for. And I'll tell you at the end how you can have me perform all day at your wedding for free. So this is basically, there's a few quick tips. There's a few quick tips on secret number two. So one of the things that we did is we went wholesale with everything. We eBayed it up, so to speak. So if you actually look at each kind of part of your wedding, so if you're having a sweetie table, for example, if you go and buy big wholesale tubs of sweets, that's going to be a lot cheaper than going to the supermarket or something, or paying for a candy cart. So you might pay £200 for a candy cart, or you can actually go onto the you can go onto eBay and get it really cheap. So if you kind of apply that to other parts of the day as well, for example, our wedding cake is not a traditional wedding cake. It's going to be a donut wedding cake. So we went on Krispy Kreme and had a look how much it was for Krispy Kreme. I've been just informed, exclusive. We went had some Krispy Kreme donuts, and to get a Krispy Kreme donut stack cake was actually about £200, which was far too much. So what we decided to do for a couple of donuts exactly. So what we decided to do was actually get the donuts from there, but we were paying about £40 for the stand and for someone to put it on there. So we went and got a stand off eBay for £15. So we straight away we'd saved like 60, £70 at least, and probably about another £400 on a traditional wedding cake. So that is one idea for you about going wholesale. Skill swapping. So we are privileged really to have certain skills that we can swap, but I want you to think about the kind of the skills that you've got. You might be good at DIY, you might be good at driving or digging or finance or anything. Everyone is good at something. So I want you to kind of think about someone that maybe is in the wedding industry that you know already, or that you can get hold of very easily, and look at some kind of skill swap with those. So you say, I'll do this for you and you do this for me. So for example, for us, we did a skill swap with our ceremony music, and with the ceremony music, we decided to do their graphic design work for them. So we did a bit of a trade off with that, and also done some marketing work for a magician. So, and with the hair as well, we've also done some skill swaps as well. So we have saved over £1,000, well over £1,000 by doing those skill swaps. So basically, we've swapped some time for money. And I want you to think about what you're actually paying for. So you might see the thing on the right hand side. So you probably think as a musician, you're paying for someone to perform some music. You're actually paying for that and the price of the equipment and instruments, hours of rehearsal time, rehearsal space, transportation, the amount of money spent on lessons and training, promotion, website costs, percentage that go to income tax, telephone bills, managers, agents, booking fees, housing bills, living expenses, and then we have to actually kind of try and make a living at the end of that as well. So there's quite a lot of stuff that you probably don't realize that you're actually paying for, and the amount of time as well that's also involved with the whole planning process. So I want you to think about that a little bit more as well, kind of when you're looking at suppliers and what they are charging. So secret number 3, that how to avoid a bad relationship with your venue. And this is my 3-step formula. Okay, so this secret number 3 is about how to avoid a bad relationship. Most brides and grooms think you have to do what the venue tells them, because otherwise they won't let you have the wedding there. Actually, I recently met a bride who said she was only allowed to have entertainment off a pre-selected list that they provided, which I thought was totally wrong. It should be a personal wedding, personal to you, for exactly what you want. So what does all this mean? So here are the three simple steps. Step number 1, go undercover before booking anything. I'm not talking about being like James Bond or Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible, but what I want you to do is go for a meal. Go for a meal before you go and book anything. you're looking at that venue, because then you're going to get a real feel for the place, how their kind of the attitude of the staff are, what the quality of the food is, what the cleanliness is like, what the organisation is like. So the reason I say this is because we made this mistake by the first venue that we went to. We didn't do this first. We went and paid £500 deposit, and then we went for a meal. We didn't even get to the meal stage. The service was that bad. We walked out after the first drink and then asked for our money back, which then caused quite a lot of chaos. We had to change the venue. We had to change the date of the wedding, and then we had to fight to get a £500 deposit back. So don't make the same mistake. Go undercover before you book anything. Go and have a meal there. Go and have a look round. So number 2, check what you can and can't have before you pay a deposit. So don't assume that you can have whatever you want for your wedding, and the venue will be like, yeah, so one of the things we asked for, it might be a bit of a weird request, but we wanted hook a duck in the river. And we got and we got told we weren't allowed hook a duck in the river, or hook a duck on the bankment, or hook a duck anywhere, which was quite a disappointing thing. But we didn't ask that before we booked and paid a deposit. So we just had to improvise after that. So, but if we'd asked beforehand, maybe we would have gone somewhere else where we could have had hook a duck. I know, it is upsetting, Dan. It is upsetting. And number 3 of the secret number 3 is have everything put in writing. The last thing you want is to get to the wedding day and then they say, oh no, that's not included. Or people don't know what's going to go on the day. Everyone's got a different timetable. One of the most common things I find when I get to the wedding is I've got a different timetable from the venue, from the photographer, from everyone. So then I have to then liaise with all of those to make sure that all the times are then correct. So we're all singing off the same hymn sheet, so to speak. So make sure everything's put down in writing. Let everyone have a copy as well of the timetable that you've got, so everyone is working with the same thing. Feel free as well to put each supplier in touch with each other so they know what's going on. So let me ask you a question. Are you enjoying the webinar so far? So just pop in the chat box if you just put, yes, I am, if you're enjoying the webinar so far. So Dan says, yay. Clap, clap. And Jesse says, beats watching Countdown. It's good to know that you're both enjoying it. Thank you for the clap, clap. And maybe next time we can put a countdown clock on it for you, Jesse. So that's brilliant. So we have covered secret number 1, how to diffuse any argument with your partner. Secret number 2, how to save over £1,000 on your wedding, just like I did. Remember, I'm going to tell you at the end how I can perform all day for free for you at your wedding and save you a lot more money. And secret number 3, we covered also how to avoid a bad relationship with your venue. Okay. So who wants to take things to the next level? So put in the chat box, I'm ready, if you want to take things to the next level and find out even more about planning that dream wedding. I'm ready. I'm ready. Voice of and Dan's got cap locks on. That's good to know as well, Dan. I'm ready. That's what Dan says. Oh yeah, he's loving it. He's loving it. Awesome. So I want to introduce to you the all-day dream wedding package. So this is about entertainment throughout the day for your dream wedding, and basically everything that we've covered at the moment. I want you to have a dream wedding without putting any strain on your relationship at all. And so I built this package to make it exactly like that for you. So the all day dream wedding package is all about helping you get your dream wedding and getting something that your guests will be raving about for years to come. And you won't have to put any strain in your relationship, and you won't have to worry about not knowing whether you which wedding suppliers to trust, or whether your venues have your best interest at heart. I want you to have a dream wedding, and I want you to feel stress free fast. So here's what you're going to get. You're going to get your wedding reception entertainment done for you. You're going to have 2 45 minutes of live vintage party singing with a tailored playlist of all your favorite songs handpicked by you. So you can send me over a playlist of any songs that you want for your wedding in between the live sets. And it's personal to you then. You know, it's your dream wedding. So that is a massive value of £1,450. And we're going to have the afternoon wedding breakfast live swing set. So if you're having an afternoon tea or a sit down 3-course meal at the wedding breakfast, we're going to build that happy atmosphere throughout the day. And it really kind of sets the tone for the rest of the day. I've had people up dancing between the courses and stuff before, and it just works really, really well. And that is valued at 555. You're also going to get the 20-minute live ceremony set, which includes a special song sang to you as you walk down the aisle, as the bride walks down the aisle, or the groom. And we can have a special song learned on request, specially for you. And then we've got an eclectic mix of acoustic tracks, piano backing tracks, and they've got a more modern feel in the song choices. That's all kind of included in that 20-minute live ceremony set, and that's worth £450 as well. I'm also going to give you 2 extra songs learned on request, especially for you, and that is worth £300 as well. And you're also going to get access to the secret Facebook group, and that's only for couples who book. So it's going to be a small, intimate group. I want you to get access to all the exclusive content first and be part of that wedding secrets community and become a dream wedding maker. And that is valued at £400. So you've got a total value there of £3,150. So, but I'm also going to give you a bonus now. I'm going to give you the bonus of the dream wedding planning coaching sessions. So I want to ask you a question now. So just bear with nice 50. You want some 50 Cent down the aisle? Okie dokie. Yeah, we can do 50 Cent down the aisle. So bonus number 1 is 6 30-minute sessions. So basically we'll do the first call, we'll do a dream builder call, and we're going to go through all your wedding ideas, planning that dream wedding, talk about what you want, what you don't want, what you're unsure about at the moment, what I can help you with right now, and what kind of plan we can put in place to kind of make your wedding the best it possibly can be. So just bear me 1 second while I open something else up as well. So I want you to think about this. I mean, we've all got disposable income. So most people get the paychecks each month, and a percentage of that goes towards movies and magazines and Starbucks, going out, things like that. So I'm not asking you to go into debt for this at all. But what I am asking you to do is just take some of that disposable income that you probably spent on the movies or going out dinner, and instead of blowing it on something that's temporary, I want you to make an investment in yourself and an investment in your wedding, to kind of, because ultimately that's going to help create your dream wedding and save you a lot of money in the long run. Okay, so that's pretty awesome bonus. So basically, you're going to get all that, and you're going to get the 6 30 minutes of live wedding planning coaching sessions 1-to-1 with me. Now, this is available for 25 people. The reason it's only available for 25 is because if I spread myself any thinner than that, I don't feel like you're going to get as much support as I want to give you. So at the moment we've got a total value of £4,145 worth of bonuses and products for you. So I'm also going to give you another bonus if that wasn't enough. I'm going to give you a bonus, which is a wedding logo on your dance floor. So you might have seen in the past, like the big wedding initials that you can have on the dance floor for your first dance. It looks absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to get that custom made for you. And we can get it designed especially for you. So it'll be personal to you completely. And you can have that absolutely free included. And that's £250 worth of value as well. So I want you to kind of ask yourself, with that first bonus, with getting 6 times 30-minute planning sessions, if you just got that on your own, would it be worth the entire investment? Because if you think about it, I've just shown you how to save over £1,000 in the last 40 minutes. So imagine if we had 6 coaching sessions together, how much money you'd probably save and how much closer you'd be getting to having your dream wedding. So you're going to get, just to recap, you're going to get all of this and you're going to get that personalized wedding logo on the dance floor as well for your first dance. So now we've got a package worth £4,395. So I'm giving so much stuff in this package because I want you to just have the dream wedding that you've always dreamt of. And if that wasn't enough, I'm also going to give you 4-foot love letters as a backdrop to your dance floor, and I'm going to include those as well for absolutely free. And I want to ask you, really, so every single month or every week or two, you get paid. So you pay your bills, you buy your groceries, and then that money disappears. But a couple of weeks later, you get paid again, and that money replenishes. And the good thing about money, it's always coming back. But I want to ask you a question: does that happen with time? So you you might your wedding day, you only get one of those once. Or if you've got a son or a daughter, if you miss their soccer game, do you get that time back? You don't. So money replenishes, but time never comes back. So what I'm asking you to do really is take an asset, something like money, and use that to save you an absolute ton of time. And imagine what you can do with all that extra time that you've got. So just to recap, you're going to get all of this stuff and you're going to get the 4-foot love letters as the backdrop to your dance floor. So we've got the wedding reception entertainment, we've got the live planning, we've got the afternoon wedding breakfast, we've got the ceremony, we've got 3 songs learned on request all together, we've got the access to the Facebook group, and we've got the personalized wedding logo and the love letters. So we've got a total value of £4,595 of value there, which is a massive amount. So who do you want to be like? Do you want to be like stressed, Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Or do you want to be happy like Ryan and Zara, who I was at their wedding? As you can see, they were very excitable like me, and I asked them to do a bit of an ace face, and they certainly went for it. So I want you to kind of think about that, which one you want to be. So I want you to look at about the 2 people who show up on the webinar. Okay, so the first ones are people like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They're stressed, they've got no time, or you've got people who have got the right kind of enjoyment in life and that balance, like Ryan and Zara, and just had an amazing time. So you can actually go to dreamweddingsecrets.co.uk/dreamwedding offer, and you can see what I'm offering right now. Okay, so I'm going to guarantee to you right now, if all day dream wedding package doesn't help you with exactly how to create a dream wedding without putting any strain in your relationship, then I'm going to refund your money altogether, because I haven't done my job if you don't feel stress free and you don't get that dream wedding that you want. So just to recap, this is exactly what you're going to get. You've got so much stuff there, and look, I want you to say goodbye. I want you to say goodbye to putting strain on your relationship. I want you to say goodbye to not knowing whether wedding suppliers have your best interest at heart. Because if you bought the dream wedding package right now, you can say goodbye forever to what's been stopping you in the past. So you can get started right now with this all day dream wedding package for just 1997, and you can pay that in full. So you're getting £4,500 of value for just 1997. Or I understand that sometimes people want to pay monthly, so you can pay monthly at pretty much no extra cost. So it is just 167 a month for 12 months. And you can choose either of those. So all you need to do is go to dreamweddingsecrets.co.uk/dreamwedding offer now, and you can have a look right through that straight away. Now, the truth is, I'm nothing special personally. I not knowing whether wedding suppliers or venues have your best interest at heart or putting a strain in your relationship. These are not things that you learn overnight. These are things that I've spent years of trial and error working out. And I basically want to provide something to you that just works. You just plug it in and go, and it works. So, I'm just a normal guy like you, and I promise to you, I can make your entertainment service from the ceremony to the evening carriages. I can make it an absolute reality for you, and just take all the stress out of the wedding planning, and just make it the most dream wedding ever. Okay, so this is just a recap of what you're going to get. So you're going to get all the wedding entertainment stuff, ceremony, evening reception, afternoon swing, songs learned on request, Facebook group, wedding planning sessions, wedding logo on the dance floor, 4-foot love letters, over £4,500 worth of value. So really, you've kind of got two choices. Well, to be honest, I had two choices. So I could have done this really cheap. I could have done it for, say, I don't know, £97 or £297 or even £397. But if I'd done that would have meant I would have had to serve so many more people to to kind of make a living. So I decided to charge more because I wanted to serve you on a higher level. I want to make sure that you are getting everything exactly what you need for your wedding. And I can only do that by charging what I charge. But that's why I want to give you so much value for that price. So the webinar is pretty much finished now, ladies and gentlemen. So again, just click the button. You can you can put in the URL at the top, dreamweddingsecrets.co.uk/dreamwedding offer. And hopefully you should get a quick email as well afterwards as well with a link to that. You can check through my availability to see if I'm available for your date. You can see what other brides and grooms have been saying and just learn a little bit more about me before you go ahead and book. So this offer is going to be available until Sunday, and it will be closing at midnight on Sunday night. So that's pretty much it. And by the way, for those who stuck around, I am going to send you the Dream Wedding Budget Planner over on an email now. And also, I did say I would let you know how you can get everything that I've just told you in that package absolutely free. So if you recommend me to 5 people who book me for their wedding, I will do your wedding absolutely free. Now, that's not that bad, is it really? If you think you can save £2,000 by just recommending me to 5 people who go on to book me. So that's pretty much the end of the webinar. Thank you very much for tuning in, and you have an awesome day, and I'll see you really soon. If you've got any questions, I'm going to stay on the chat for a few minutes. And you can also email me at paul@paulacemusic.com. And I look forward to speaking to you soon. Have a great day. Thank you very much.